Good morning, everyone. So, as we can see, we're in June here, and we got lots of work for us lined up. But I did want to start by going over some of our cow business. So, with our animals, when we originally picked up these cows, these are 9 cows that we had, and they're 31 months right now. But you see how there's another 9 here that have a lower price, and they say they're 3 months? Those are actually the calves. So all of our cows were successful, and each of them gave us a calf. So those calves can be sold, or we can sell the cows, whatever. And it's the same thing here. We have 9 cows, and we have another 9 calves here. So that's really good. And here we have the calves we did buy. They're going up nicely in price. They're about 13 months each. And once they reach the age of maturity, we're going to pop them in with the older cows. And these calves, after, well, pretty much by winter, I'll have them into the calf pasture. That way we're kind of cycling through them. And we'll keep getting more and more cows that way. And then we'll sell off some of the old ones as time moves on. And just keep things going. So I figured I would let you guys know about how that was going. And as far as contracts go, yes. So there's a field of barley for Adrienne, I can't even say the name. Anyway, Miss Hooper. She's got it on field 8, and that's a beautiful place to start because we need a little more work here and there. But I also feel bad about how we really gave Leroy the short end of the stick. So I am going to accept this contract, and we are going to do it. Not right away, but I did find some mods that might help us a little bit, and so I want to go through some of those yet with you guys. But first, we need to go to field number 8, and we need to get all set up, ready to go. So let's get our combine out and see where is field 8. Oh boy, that's right down to the store. So if that is the case, what kind of header do I have? I gotta figure out what kind of header I have for this thing. We might want to have a bigger header, won't we? Yes, I do believe we'll get us a bigger header, so we'll grab that from the store, and let's see you guys at the store. But just before I do go to the store, I should also point out we have this Fendt header here. Really nice. I got no complaints, but I think we can do one better. I have a feeling that we can get a little bit of a bigger one here. So this one here is 9.2 meters, but we know we can get a much bigger header on there, seeing as we have a 12-meter sunflower header. So we are going to sell this header. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and grab something a little bigger than a 9-meter header. Let's see what we got. 8.5. Here's that 30-footer, the 9.2. 9.2. So we could do this 12-meter here. It's a 40-footer. This is also a 40-footer. There's a 45-foot header. Really nice. Or we can do this 60-foot header. And that's what I'm leaning toward. This is a massive header. Like, this is the biggest one in the game. And so I think it's about time for us to grab this. What do you guys say? How expensive is this thing? Oh my, it is quite expensive. Agco, John Deere, Kloss. I guess we'll go with Agco. I mean, isn't what we wanted, but it'll work. Yeah, that's alright. This header is massive. Okay, 174.9, almost $175,000 for this header. Well, it'll pay for itself in a hurry, I'm pretty sure. And as well, we will be getting rid of this planter here because we didn't have a lot of luck with it last time. So why don't we do that as well? While we're thinking of it, right? Where is my planter? Oh, shoot. We gotta go here. There it is. Let's recoup some of our money. And that also means there's that little bar we need to sell. Alright. Now, we'll get the combine going. And you can see that header is ridiculously huge. The yellow doesn't quite match, but it's the only yellow we had. My only other option really would be to go with something that was completely black or dark gray. But for now, we'll keep it as is. And here you can see the field that we're working on. Alright. We will not have our straw swath on. Oh, and I just caught that. Oh yes, let's unfold. There it is. So this is gonna do a ridiculous pass all at once. My goodness, yeah, this thing is huge. I believe our spout is probably going to be too short. We won't be able to get our auger wagon underneath very well. If that is the case, we might have to, you know, just wait until it's stopped. We can't unload while they're still driving. But we'll play it by ear. Definitely play it by ear. And I'm just doing a perimeter pass right now because I know if I don't, they're going to get caught around all these power poles. And then I have to go and help them every single time. And I don't know if I really want to do that. So that's why I'm going to do a perimeter pass while I'm thinking of it. We can see the canola is in full bloom. That's nice. And the field off to our left is doing really well. That's field 5, I believe. And then this is field 6 with the grass ready to be cut. And it looks like the field up ahead would be field 7. It's pretty well ripe too, so hopefully we get to do the harvest on that as well. Looks like there's just a strip in the middle that needs to ripen a bit and we should be ready to go. Yeah, I really hope I do get to work on that field. Off to our right again, there's one field that's fallow, and then also here, off to the right, one field that stayed fallow, or in other words, untouched. I don't know if I even say that right, but you guys should know what I mean. Just leave the land to rest for a year. As we can see, that spout doesn't even go past the header, so this is very interesting. And this is the long spout, mind you. This is going to be very, very interesting to keep. Yeah, see how I bumped against the header there? So we are literally going to have to wait until he stops before we can unload him. And then we'll just back up to him and he can fill in our wagon, I guess. Seems to work. One combine hopper is about 56% of the grain cart, so this grain cart is going to be 100% full and the combine won't be completely empty. So even though we bought this little grain cart last fall, I'm feeling like it's going to very quickly have to be replaced by something much bigger. And with that being said, I'll have to replace this tractor with something much bigger. Probably have to use the T7 to pull the grain cart from here on out. But this thing is still sticking around. We still want to do some baling and whatnot with it, and it does an excellent job with its baling, so there's no complaints from me there. Alright, see, 100%. And I already brought the semi-truck out, so that should be ready to go. We'll just head on over to the end of the row and meet up with our truck there. Yeah, this is probably going to be multiple truckloads, I can tell already. And what makes it more fun is that it's also June is the best time to sell our corn. So we're going to have to haul some corn out yet too before the end of the month. Maybe I'll do it this episode, maybe I'll do it in the next one, I'm not quite sure. But it definitely has to happen soon. And we might have to use the dump truck with the other big tipper trailer, I'm not sure yet. using a dolly or something. That's one truckload full. So off to the animal dealer. I believe that was where they wanted it. Yes, it is. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can. Off to the animal dealer. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Bring it off there and try to get this field done ASAP. It's quite a big field, honestly. So I'm glad I got that bigger header. Realistically, I could have borrowed their combine too and got done sooner, but let's face it, I couldn't even keep up with the trucking if that was the case. One truckload to the animal dealer seemed to be about 15% of the mission done. So that means it'll take about 6.5 truckloads in order to completely finish off that field, by my math anyway. Backing up to the header seems to work alright. I mean, I'll be running over some of the crops, especially on the other pass, but we have crop destruction off, so it doesn't really matter. So while we were doing some combining, I decided to take the dump truck and the big trailer there and decided to haul my corn away, and that's why you see my money has gone up substantially. So now that we've hauled all of that to the store and we feel really good about it, I figure, you know, now is as good as time as any to extend that hopper. And that's exactly what I'm going to do now. Just remove the header, and we're going to go to the repair place here at the store, and we're going to put that extension on the hopper there. We can repaint. $50,000 to repaint. Oh my goodness. Well, it looks like it's only under standard so far. And there's our medium tank. Oh, okay, so we had it under medium. Now we're gonna add the big tank, which is 42,000. Okay, and engine setup. I guess that's as high as she goes. Numbers, no. Oversized, no. CB. Chopper. We have the little tablet. We have the long pipe. All lights. Everything else looks good, so there we are. We have the big hopper on there now. And as you can see, that is a tremendously huge hopper. That should be a lot of capacity in there now. We'll see how full our little grain cart's gonna get. But yeah, that was a very expensive paint job. Not even sure if the paint job was worth it. But, oh well. We did it anyway, and it's done now. This will be load number 3. And, yeah, it's going pretty good. I would say our harvest is probably, yeah, right there. 50% complete, it says. I was going to say about halfway done. So that's good. And I think there'll definitely be a little bit that'll go into our grain bins yet too. With the 2 trailers now available, that should definitely help us. I can probably move grain a little quicker. And the dump truck will be there too as well. You know, for just a moment I thought, how come it's taking so long for the combine to get full? And then it hit me again. I just put the extended hopper on it, so yeah, that was my bad. Now we get to see how full the grain cart was. Earlier we got it to about 60% full, so now we'll see what it looks like once this massive hopper here fills up this grain cart. I'm expecting probably about 80%, but that's just a loose guess from me anyway. I think the grain cart has been doing really well so far. I have no complaints from my end on it, other than the fact that it's probably going to be too small with that big header and now this big hopper. And if we ever buy a second combine, well, then it'll just definitely be too small. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what it looks like. Kind of play that one by ear a bit. Maybe before the end of the season we'll be into another grain cart. Seems like as things get bigger and bigger, it's just going faster and faster into more equipment. I guess that is how things go, you know. We're not poor anymore per se. We can afford to buy stuff already, so that's a good feeling. We can even afford to test a few things here and there, and overall I find that the farm has been doing really well. There's not so much penny pinching as there was toward the beginning, where every single penny counted, and you know, we had to shut off the engine immediately, right? Like right now I was idling the tractor the entire time. Look at that, 85%. Did I say 80% before? I think I did, but I'm not quite sure. Whatever the case, yeah, I think we're gonna just straight up dump this into the trailer and go from there, because I don't think it's worth making the combine stop one more time just to fill this up a little bit more. So we'll just bring this right on over to that big dump trailer there and dump it right on out. And I got the semi over there on the far end of the driveway, ready for a trailer there. And we'll probably hook up the semi to this big dump trailer and just remove the dolly. We'll don't really need to pull two trailers at once. It's just not worth it. I'd rather just hook up the truck from one to the other. Makes a little more sense in my mind. I'll be honest with you guys, it's been probably almost a month since I started recording this episode, and as it turns out, I got really busy for a little bit there, and so I couldn't record for a while, but I didn't forward or progress the mission at all, because I still wanted to finish it off while it was still being recorded. I had to review some of my footage just to make sure I was on the right track. But we know this is going to the animal dealer, and that's alright. We will bring this there, and we have the other, I believe it's a Wilson or Load King trailer that's still on the field. Combine's looking about 80% full right about now. So I'll probably get this to the animal dealer, and I'll probably have to go unload that combine shortly thereafter. But yeah, it's good to be back. Good to be recording. During the time I was off, I did a lot of thinking about what I want to do for the next few episodes, so I got lots planned. Hopefully you guys will stick around for that. And yeah, let's see what we can do, finish up this episode and make a few more. Today is officially December 9th, 2022, for me anyway, and by the time you guys get to see this episode, it'll most likely be in the new year. So I would imagine one of the first few weeks of January when this video finally drops. I'm just finishing up a little corner here, and then I'll do that final path, or final pass I should say. I'll do that last, just so the combine doesn't need to make that run 2-3 times. Should make more sense that way. I did want to just bring up one little point though. My last couple videos have been a little bit lackluster in effort, shall we say. So I do apologize for that. There was some complications there, and sometimes I had bits of videos, you know, a couple clips that were missing and stuff like that, and it was not my intention to bring some low quality stuff to the table, but unfortunately that is what happened there. So I do hope you guys will accept my apology on that. It was never my intention to do that. But other than that, yeah, no, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I definitely plan on going a little bit bigger with my farm equipment. Yeah, we haven't really bought much in the way of fields. Like we have some up north that we bought. You know, 24, 25, 26. I believe we had 25 to start, and then 21 and 22 we also bought more recently. So those are definitely nice assets, but I would love to get number 1, maybe number 4. All of those around my farm would be really nice. So hopefully sometime in the future we can add that to our farm. I think that would be absolutely wonderful. And would you look at that, it's pretty well to the end of the field there. So should be one pass and all done. I did dump out while I was at this end here, so that should take care of business there. And we have one trailer full already, so I think we could unhook this tipper. We'll grab the other trailer and we'll bring that to the animal dealer. We are just about finished with the mission. That's good. I'm looking forward to that because I'm ready. You know, my mind is way into the next mission that I want to do. I want to spend a bit of money again and try something. I found a mod that really piqued my interest. So, you know, it's all about finding what works and what doesn't work for our farm. I think I'm going to lease this unit that I found, and if it works out good, we'll probably end up buying ourselves one of them. But I think for our next episode we'll definitely just lease the unit and go from there. I couldn't help but see field number 7 ready to go, and I just wanted to do that contract as well. Just felt like the right thing to do, so I did accept that contract as part of my work. So you can expect to see field 7 in a future episode, no doubt. I'll be looking forward to doing it. But it sounded like my combine was all done. I'm curious to see how that all went. Yeah, combine is done and 84% full. We may as well bring her back. Combine goes pretty quick when it's not tasked with actually harvesting. So it should go pretty quick along the rows. 50 clicks an hour is nothing to scoff at. Which is one of the reasons why I like this combine. Not just the fact that it has such a massive hopper, which is bigger than anything else in the game, but also it moves so quickly. It's very, very beneficial. I really do enjoy it. So we had about 93% done on our bringing the harvest in for our neighbors. So I was thinking to myself, you know, how could we be real careful that we don't bring too much? And yeah, we'll probably have to use that tipper that we've been using till now, or we could use the dump truck, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just bring the dump truck home. But speaking of tippers, they can kind of stay right here if we're working on field number 7 for the next, you know, episode or 2. Then these tractors, combines can all just stay put right where they are, in my mind anyway. Okay. Oops. So this trailer should definitely fit everything, as far as I remember, because it's got quite a high capacity on it. We're just going to go ahead and let that all dump in. It's fun when you see so many different spouts working. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy that. I hope it brought a bit of joy to your day. If it did, why don't you leave a like on the video just to, you know, let me know I did well. And if you guys are new or you find yourself coming back once in a while, and I do see some of my videos are really getting up there in the views, and I really do appreciate that. So if you find yourself coming back, or you stumbled across the channel because of YouTube's algorithm, feel free to subscribe. It's totally free and painless. All it will do is let you know when I post another video. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care now.